Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. If you have a 600 credit score and you're looking for a personal loans, you may want to bypass the banks. The reason is the banks, if you have a low credit score and you have a high DTI above 55%, the banks do not want to work with you. So where do you go? Well, there's a lender out there that's willing to work with you. If you have a 600 credit score and your DTI, they work with you. If your DTI is closer to 65%, like I said, with the banks, credit unions, 50-55% debt to income ratio. With this lender, it's 65%. Okay, now the lender that I'm talking about is Best Egg personal loans. And the reason I'm talking about them because I had a client, okay, and he went to the lenders, they turned him down, and so he started looking online. And some of the lenders, even the fintech, some of the other fintech lenders and stuff, they turned him down. They said he had too many open revolving accounts, right? So I suggested that he pay down some of his smaller revolving accounts. So once he paid those smaller revolving accounts down, that shot up his credit score. Also, it helped lower his DTI so that he can qualify for this lender. This lender I'm talking about, again, is Best Egg. Now, here's the cool part about it. You can apply with them with no hard pull on your personal credit. Alright, so that's one good thing about it. Also, their loans go from $2,000 up to $50,000. Now, my client, they was able to give him $30,000. Alright, now, here's another thing that you have to understand. Like I said, the average credit score, the lowest credit score they'll accept is a 600. The average credit score is a 700. Now, does that mean you have to have a 700 credit score to be approved with them? No. Like I said, the lowest credit score is a 600. All right. Now, here's something else. Your credit file. If you have a brand new credit file, okay, this here company may not be for you. However, say that you have a credit file at least 3 years old, but it's a thin file, as long as it has 3 accounts or more on it. Now, what is it that you can do to actually age your credit file for 3 years? Well, you can actually add your utilities and your rent payment onto your credit file. Okay, there are companies out there that will actually help age your credit file by adding your rent and your utilities on as primaries. Okay, so those companies are out there to help you, because if you're making on-time payments and you've been doing it for the past 2-3 years and your landlord hasn't been reporting your rent payments, then hey, there are companies to help you. Now, another reason you want to put your rent payments on your credit file, again, is so you can qualify for a mortgage. Like I made in other videos with FHA, they're starting to be more flexible to help people qualify for a mortgage if they have on-time rent payments. Okay, so that's the reason that you want to make sure, if nothing else, you want to make sure your rent payments are added on. All right, now telling you about the debt to income ratio. This is something for a lot of people. This is their hurdle, but I keep telling you to use the snowball effect. All right, to get your DTI down. And what that means is most people, they may have open balances 300, 150, 500. So what you do, you set those account ups from smallest to large, 150, 300, 500, and you pay those down to 0. If you can get them under 10%, great, but if you're able to pay them off to 0, awesome. The reason is the more zero balance revolving accounts that you have, okay, it lowers your debt to income ratio. Also, it opens up more lenders to you. All right, now, that being said, with this here lender, Best Egg, they do ask for proof of income. Okay, so you do have to show proof of income, as well as being a U.S. resident and over the age of 18. All right, so that's some of the things that you have to understand. Now, the minimum income that they are working with, if you're making at least average about $3,500 and at least minimum $3,500, okay, the average annual income is about $80,000. Okay, now does that mean you have to be making $80,000? No. But again, let's talk about income. And what I always tell you about income, especially if you have a spouse that's working, make sure that you're including your spouse's income. All right, if you have a side hustle, you're making money from a side hustle, you want to make sure that you're including that income. Okay, if you're retired, you have a 401k, then you definitely want to make sure that when you're applying, you let them know that, hey, I have money from my pension as well as my 401k. Even if you have like child support, alimony, that's income you need to be including on your application for a personal loan through Best Egg. Okay, now in terms of other lenders that are out there that are more flexible than the banks, you may want to look up Upstart and Upgrade. Okay, because those are, again, are fintech companies, no hard pull on your personal credit, and they may as well work with you. All right, like I said, with the banks and credit unions, because they're very debt to income sensitive, a lot of times if your DTI is above 50-55%, even if you have a 700 plus credit score, they will deny you. All right, now what do you do if you have a 580 credit score, or less than less than a 600? Again, the lenders that I was just mentioned to you, you may want to check out Upstart and Upgrade. All right, also you have universal credit. Now with universal credit, minimum credit score is a 580. Okay, so with universal credit, that's also a good lender to deal with. Okay, I made a video about them. I'll put a link below so you can check that video out, but it's definitely one of those options you want to consider. All right, universal credit. Oh, there's one more. Now, one that doesn't even worry about the credit, and all they look at is how long you've been on the job, your ability to make payments, then that's creditloan.com. With creditloan.com, again, they get a lot of their capital from tribal, like casinos and stuff like that. So even if you're in check systems, they may be able to help you qualify for a personal loan. Okay, and that's creditloan.com. Because I know a lot of people, they have the income, but their DTI is heavy, and so because they have a high DTI and a good credit score, I know it's hard for you all to find lenders and stuff like that. So I would look definitely at these here top lenders to see if I qualify for a loan, and you don't get that hard inquiry on your personal credit. Okay, so this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. If you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.